Okay, folks, I'm gonna say some things here in regards to our human condition, our human predicament, okay? And quite frankly, I don't give a shit if you believe it, if you don't believe it, if you take everything out of it, or if you take nothing out of it. I'm not here to convince you. I'm just gonna have to throw this, okay? Take what you will out of it. I know one person here is going to fully understand exactly what I'm saying. And that's good enough because if anything, that video is for that one person, okay? So, Joey, you might be that person because you're the first one commenting. So listen up, okay? This planet we're on is a prison planet. No matter how you twist it, no matter how you look at it, this particular vibrational part of Earth, because keep in mind, there are other vibrations of Earth as well. But this one that we're specifically on has just come out of the Kali Yuga, which is the age of darkness. Okay? And it's been in there now for thousands of years. This is the age where truth and consciousness is at its absolute rock bottom. It should be clear to you just by observing the planet, observing the people on it, observing the way nature even works. Nature on this particular planet is brutal. In my most recent video, we talked about animals and eating animals, etc. Truth is, all of nature is eating itself. Truth is, the vibration, the mass consciousness on the planet is so low, and although just keep in mind we are coming out of it, but it's so low that this is the way nature even runs. Everybody just eats everybody. That's how low the mass consciousness is. And the very fact that we're here on this plane of existence, speaking, talking, and you're listening to this, it means one way or another we got caught up in the mix somewhere along the line, okay? And again, over and over, I say this in the videos, but over and over, this man right here, this enlightened being told us that our predicament, that he said basically, he outright said we're in prison, okay? And he said it's because of ignorance. And this is a prison, folks. This is a prison. It should be clear to you by now. Now, do keep in mind something. Not to sound really like doomsday type thing. Keep in mind it's all a game, okay? Like honestly, it sounds very trivial, but this is the way the game is running right now. And you and I happen to find ourselves on this particular vibrational cut of the amusement park where things are pretty bad, okay? Like it doesn't get much worse, by the way. Okay, like I've done lots of astral travel back in my psychedelic days, and I think I'm heading towards that direction again. And I'm telling you, like, take even the most bliss out of this existence here. It's like a little nothing in some parts of the astral plane. Okay, if you compare this part of existence, okay, if you actually like put it in context in the amusement park, this is one of the lowest realms. Okay, it's practically hell. It's practically hell. So folks, we're playing in a, you know, like if you were to sort of observe the cosmic theater, the cosmic everything in the cosmos, you would be like, damn, that earth game, that's pretty rough shit. Like, why is anybody even playing that game? Holy shit, like, people kill one another and they eat one another and like everybody eats everybody, because in other parts of, say, the astral plane or even other vibrations of the earth, it's uncommon or unheard of for you to even eat, let alone like eat something else. You know what I mean? Because like you're not eating, like this doesn't, they're way beyond that. Okay, they're honestly way beyond that. And that's why I think the breatharian message is very important, because the breatharian message is coming from very, very high vibrational places that are trying to help this low, you know, I hesitate to use the word shithole, but again, if you're observing from the cosmic theater, you would be like, why is anybody playing this game? Like, you know, like, can you believe it? People eat one another here, people, you know, it's like, it's pretty rough shit, okay? So we're kind of like Really, like you have to be a badass to be here. Like honestly, we're all badasses for being here. Because some folks, I'll tell you, some folks they look at this game, they're like, no, no, I'm gonna go play somewhere else. No. But here we are, us. I mean, we came here, you know, for one reason or another, we came here. And so when we say it's a prison, it's because, as Buddha pointed out, we've been stuck in this cycle for a very long time. Okay, because of our ignorance, because we're not aware of what's happening in the game. Okay, I'm gonna take up some of your comments, guys. Mr. Okil, hello everyone. Hello my brother, thank you for your support on Patreon. Christy, I'm a new subby, hope to see some astral projection videos soon. Christy, stay with me here because I'm about to explain to you why I'm basically heading towards the astral plane again, because when I started this channel, I was really into that stuff. I would take mushrooms and go travel into very, very blissful parts of the astral plane. Okay, and so all of this is actually alluding to it. So Earth is a heaven. It's humanity which is making it this way. If not for that, even everything would be love and bliss. Yes, Earth is a heaven. Yes, it has the potential to be a heaven. But you have to recognize that it's the mass consciousness of everybody on this Earth. Because mind you, there's different vibrations of Earth. There's other versions of Earth right now where they're in the golden age. And so what you describe as Earth as a heaven, there's other vibrational Earths right now that are experiencing that heaven. Okay? This one specifically right now, it's like it's at the lowest, but it's coming out of the Kali Yuga. So keep in mind, the transition takes some time. So to put it this way, okay, because this is very important. What I'm about to say right now, if you're gonna watch this, you just came in, it's very good that you just came in. Just take this. If that's all you're gonna take it. The transition period between the Iron Age, the Kali Yuga that we're in, and the next one, which is the Bronze Age, has already started. You hear about the ascension and all of that, it's already begun. If you're looking for a good time here, go look somewhere else, because transition takes time. I know a lot of you guys have this image of Earth being heaven and all. It's got that potential. There's other vibrations of Earth right now that are living in heaven, in the golden age, okay? If you're looking for a good time here, go play somewhere else, okay? And that is a multi-layered statement, because you could literally go play somewhere else, okay? So it's come to my attention that people like you and I, who are on this sort of ascending, and we're hippies. We talk about heaven on earth and all of that. We're basically hippies, okay? We're not here to have fun, because we're here to essentially uplift the vibration. But to recognize something, don't look for that heaven, don't look for that high vibrational place anytime soon, because transitions between one age to another take hundreds of years. Okay, they take hundreds of years. Now, if you are done playing this game, okay, let's see if Christy, thanks for the hello, my pleasure. Please say look up Ryan Cooper for astral projection knowledge. Also, lucid dreaming is not the same, like you have said before. It's the same plane, but it's a different experience. High vibration is like treble, low like bass, not bad, part of the song. Yeah, so if you are done playing this game, okay, if you don't want to play this game that you're playing anymore here on this plane, I got news for you. You don't have to. This is a shock, but it's one of those things like what happened to me last year, okay? When I sort of was contemplating, like what am I doing here in Canada? It's too cold. Then suddenly, as if I've never seen it before, ever, it was like, oh wait, you could just move. And I literally scratched my head like this. I was like, oh shit. I could just move. Oh wow. Oh, took me 15 years to figure that out. Oh boy. All right. Let's do it. Okay, next summer, here we go. I'm moving. And it was just like I've never seen it before, because I was caught in whatever programs that were running here. that were keeping me stuck in one place. Okay, the solution was always there. All I had to do is walk in. So if you are not as enthusiastic about playing the game on this plane anymore, on this particular part of Earth, particular part of the amusement park, if you're no longer interested, much like happened to me last year when I realized that I could just move, you could just move too. You could just take out the CD and go play another game. And that's what I'm alluding to here. The astral projection. I'm glad, Christy, you brought this up, okay? Because I have realized something, that just like deciding to move from, say, going to Thailand, going somewhere I actually prefer to be in, was a solution available to me all the time, but I just never thought that because of the programs, same thing. You don't actually have to keep incarnating here over and over and over. And you might want to just forget about everything you've ever learned about reincarnation and karma and all of that. You could liberate yourself right now in the present moment. If you actually genuinely feel like you have nothing else to do in this plane anymore, if you feel like I'm done, if your attachments to this plane, you feel like I don't want to play the game anymore, okay? It's like very simple. Like my brother, I talk about my brother got me a game. I played it for a whole week. It's starting out collecting dust. I'm not playing it anymore. If you feel like you're done from here, and you know this because your attachments just sort of, you experience what the Hindus call the Vairagya, which is being done with worldliness. Recognize that you have right now in the present moment the full choice, the full capacity, the full freedom to decide, that's it. I'm gonna finish up this round and I'm not coming back here anymore. And to take it even further, if you want to leave anytime, you could do what the yogis in India do and drop your body. But you only do that if you know where you're going next. So you better familiarize yourself with astral projection, traveling out of your body, and you better know where you're going next. And you could do that by beginning to channel your spirit guides, channel your guardian angels, channel your the higher wisdom, okay? And then if you know where you're going next, and oh, this is very important, guys, pick up the Tibetan Book of the Dead. Okay, go on YouTube and listen to it right now. It's available, 2 hours, 43 minutes. Listen to it over and over if you're actually done with being here. Okay, if you're like, okay, this is gonna be my last round. Because look, again, if you're looking for a good time here, look somewhere else. That's not gonna happen here. Okay, you and I are on some mission here to uplift the vibration, but you don't have to keep doing it. You could do your part and then leave. Okay, and you don't have to come back and do it over and over and over. All of us are here by choice. We all chose to come here. Make no mistake about it. But don't fall under the illusion that you have to keep coming back here. Because there are other games that you can play. Okay? There's other games that it's all dream state, it's all an illusion. It's just like taking one game, putting in another game. Okay? So, if you are feeling like that, and I'm speaking here because for me, it seems to be this is going to be my last round. Okay, and I'm in the process of learning how to drop my body consciously. Okay, so again, Tibetan Book of the Dead is a very good place to start because they tell you exactly what happens when you die, so you know how to navigate your way through. Okay, there are other beings who come to this realm, who come to this planet, okay, such as the Tibetan yogis. Tibetan yogis are very high. Listen to Tibetan teachings. Be humble enough to recognize that there are certain individuals that have graced this planet who had such a high level of consciousness, and they've put out maps for us, liberation maps, if you will. And one of the liberation maps is the Tibetan Book of the Dead. So go listen to it on YouTube, look it up, listen to it, okay? I'm speaking from my heart here, guys, because I feel some of you guys are imprisoned and you feel like you don't know how to get out of here. Well, no, right now in the moment, I already made the decision. I'm out of here. 20 more years, I'm out of here. I'm not coming back here anymore. Okay? So, for some of you guys, even one person here that's thinking along the same lines, this is the video for you. It's, most people, they listen to it, it's crazy, whatever. It'll go over your head. You're not ready for it yet. You're still playing a different part in the game. It's all perfect, by the way. All of it is perfect, where everybody else is perfect. Okay? However, if you are feeling like, okay, It's been fun. It's been fun hanging around here, but that's it. All right. Tibetan Book of the Dead is a very good first start. This is a map of liberation. There are many other literature, many other things out there that are helpful, that are useful, and I will continue to share it with you guys. But this is the first step. If you're interested in knowing what happens after you die, before you do any astral projection, before you take any psychedelics or travel out of your body, I took psychedelics and I traveled to the astral planes. I went to what I called heaven, which felt like my astral home for me. And when I was there, it was like being home, and I knew everybody there. Okay, it happened to me by luck. Okay, by sheer bravery, because I would take like massive doses of mushrooms and go to the woods, and I would have these experiences. Okay, now I'm a bit wiser about it, so I'm taking the word of some wiser beings as well, and I'm incorporating as I go on this next stage that is coming up for me soon, where I begin to do more out of body travel and go exactly to the place that I would like to go to after dying, because I'm not coming back here anymore, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not coming back here anymore. Okay, so this isn't going to be a very long video. Okay. So here it uses what seems crazy, but it's unique from emerging energy and unmerging, but many realms have a form of it. Yeah, so again, it's not bad, it's not good to be here. I'm just speaking like this is the whole thing is a game, okay? And you have the right to know which game you're in, how did you end up here, and which games you want to play next. A lot of you guys are gonna want to come back and play here again. This message is not gonna resonate with you. It's only gonna resonate with the people that feel like they're ready to move on and play another game. Okay, the duality here is very strong. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. It's not bad. All the evil that you see, all the atrocities, it's a game. As far as God's concerned, which is you, it's a game. And as far as God's concerned, oops, I found myself in that part of the game where shit's pretty rough, where people really have forgotten who they are. As far as God's concerned, okay? Because it's all within the creation. It's all within the amusement park. It's just God experiencing, seeing how things are, okay? For some of us here, certainly speaking for me, I've grown a tad bit too bored of this game, okay? It's just getting too dense for me, okay? It's getting too noisy, too chaotic. I find myself listening to a lot of pure flute lately and just sitting somewhere listening to birds for hours. That's my astral home calling me. This is the kind of existence that I want to be on from this point on. You understand what I'm saying? So this video is for you guys who are feeling the same way and you're growing a bit bored of this game, and you decide, okay, look, I'll do my round here. I came here for a reason. I'll fulfill it. When I feel I'm ready, I'll move. And look, if this sounds crazy, go look up Sadhguru. His wife dropped her body consciously. These Indian yogis do it all the time. Okay, they do it all the time. Once they feel like I'm done from this game, I want to play a different game, they drop their body. It's a normal thing there. They don't call it death, they call it drop my body. They say I drop my body. So if you're interested in that, begin to learn. It's a process. Okay? First resource, Tibetan Book of the Dead. Use the wisdom of other beings who are along the path on your way. Be humble enough to receive their gifts and their blessings and their teachings. If you're not humble, you say, I'm gonna do this all on my own. This is not a good way to go on about it. Okay, there are other beings out there, other beings who've made it. Let's say who know how to navigate. Like Tibetans specialize in this stuff. They specialize in the afterlife. Okay, so pick up the Tibetan Book of the Dead. Listen to it. Either pick it up and read it or listen to it. Okay, let's see if there are any comments I feel like I wanna address. Said, if you die and see people that look like loved ones beckoning you, should you go with them? I don't know. I'm in the process of learning about that world. See, we all know this, but we forgot. So now I'm in the process of remembrance. And until then, if I don't know something, I just tell you I don't know. Okay, can you drop a link to the book you're speaking of? I cannot hear the name clear. I want to see or hear it. Okay, so the book, okay, just go on YouTube right now, look up the Tibetan Book of the Dead. You will find an audiobook right away. 2 hours, 43 minutes. Very, very beautiful narration. Okay? The Tibetan Book of the Dead. Right, to be aware of the realm you're in. That's why enthogens are here. Thank you. Yes, that's exactly. I feel like that's a great purpose of psychedelics, of definitely plants, is to be like, look, you, because a lot of us are here. I said we came here to choose, but for a lot of us, we didn't choose to be here. We got lost. We just got lost. We came here. We feel imprisoned, okay, and we feel like we don't belong in this realm. And for a lot of us here, we don't really belong in this realm. And most of us are here to uplift it and go on, move on, okay, and just keep that in mind. Okay, so Saeed, are you on NoFab? Yes, I am. Did Buddha left his body consciously? Yeah, Buddha achieved enlightenment. Buddha went beyond the astral planes and beyond all of it. Okay, I recognize I'm not a Buddha in the sense that I'm not yet ready for enlightenment. I'm not ready to cease to exist fully as an individual. Okay, but I do recognize that it's time for me now to go play in the realm of the gods. Refer back to my video on the 6 realms of existence in Buddhism. Above the human realm is the realm of the gods. Okay, when I talk about the astral plane, I'm talking about there. And you could go exist there and you don't have to come back here if you don't want to. Okay, Buddha left his body. Buddha reached enlightenment, nirvana, total dissolution of the individual soul and individual identity. He became the it. He became the clear white light. And he could have stayed there. But he came back here to teach. And in all likelihood, he didn't come back here anymore. That was, I mean, he said, if you follow up his story, he said, this is going to be my last incarnation. He knew it. He knew it. And I'm telling you here, this is going to be my last incarnation. I know it. I know it. This is going to be my last incarnation here. Now, you could say it from a place of enlightenment. You got enlightened. You finished the game. Or you could say it from a place of, no, I'm not ready for enlightenment. I'll just go play somewhere else. And you as a soul have every right to do whatever you want in the amusement park. That's why you created in the first place. What else do we have here? I've only done it once. I had a terrible trip. If you're here, you have escaped this hamster treadmill that is society. I love you all, my family. Yes, Jack, well said. Lots of good people here. You know, I'm really appreciative of all of you guys. Have you experienced oneness on your own? Yes, I have. With the help of psychedelics mostly, but now if I really concentrate on meditation, I could experience varying degrees of it, but mostly that really oneness, that source, I am not yet ready, not pure enough to experience it on my own. I have to resort to psychedelics for that, in all honesty. I'm not pure enough. I'm like I said, inside I'm a Buddha, but I know I'm not, like in this form, okay, in this dream character, I'm not. But at least I recognize I'm not even ready for enlightenment. It's a recognition that I'm impure. I'm not even ready for enlightenment. But I'm ready to move on, play other games. That's for sure. That's for sure. And from that place, if you know you're ready to go on and move and play different games, it's a different story. Hello, Anita. Thank you for your beautiful heart. Saeed Mobaid, I have a question for you. What is your stand on gender equality? That's a different. What's your view on? Okay, the gender equality thing. We're equal, but we're different. So it's like it's a different thing. Uniqueness and equality is a you know, we're equal, but we're different also, like in terms of gender, that is, okay? But again, if you're living in the soul space, like what is that? That's a joke to you. Gender becomes just like you know, it's like identifying with your car, right? Oh, I'm my car. I am my Honda Civic. I'm driving. I am my. It's like that's absurd thing to say, right? You recognize that I am driving the car, and you like it. You like the car. You treat the car well. So you recognize I'm a male. I'm a female. But it's like you don't take it seriously. Come on. What's your view on Stoicism? Stoicism is actually like a Greek version of Buddhism. It really, like, if you actually like read some of the Stoics and read some of the Buddhist scripture, it's like it's almost the same. It's almost the same, right? I think it's good. I think it's really good. I personally learned a lot from Marcus Aurelius, his meditations, and I think it has its limitations though. I even think Buddhism has its limitations. Okay, but I think there's a great deal to be learned from both, from Stoicism and from Buddhism. And I think the best takeaway from both perspectives of life, these are perspectives of life, is non-attachment. I really think, I feel like I'm saying all I'm saying here because in all honesty, I feel like I got nothing holding me here anymore. In the sense that I feel like I have very little attachments to this physical world. I still do, otherwise I wouldn't be here. Okay, I still do. My attachments are still keeping me here. But I think they're lessening to the point where I'm just like, all right, I think 20 years, I'm dropping my body, I'm piecing out of here. So I think they both help you in that sense. The concept of non-attachment, of letting go, of moving on, of accepting that things come to be, Brahma, things are preserved for a little while, and then they're destroyed, then they dissipate. Okay, so I think it's great. So what do you think happens when we die? Go and listen to the Tibetan Book of the Dead, my friend. So what do we hear? How do you get rid of the feeling of throwing up when you're on shrooms? That's a good question. And the way you would do that, my friend, is do some fasting before and really clean up your body, and you won't have that feeling. Okay? Because I found from my experience that whenever I had that feeling is because I wasn't in a fasted state, or I ate something terrible even 2 days ago. And now it's coming to haunt me. So a week before, do lots of fasting, very, very clean diet, fruits if you can, just for a week before, okay? Really clean up yourself and then take it. You won't have that feeling. You won't have that feeling like you need to throw up. So Saeed, have you experienced the personalization, derealization all the time? I'm probably experiencing it right now in front of you as we're speaking. Saeed, will you be making more videos in depth about this topic so we can learn how to navigate the astral realm and understand our options better? Absolutely, my friend. You're going to witness me going through the process in front of you, because I've been doing lots of self-reflection. If you can't tell, like, but this is lit open right now. I'm like, phew, I can barely sleep on the nights, man. I get 4 or 5 hours of sleep. And I'm lit all the time because I'm experiencing some form of awakening. I think there's some activation in the DNA. I don't know what the hell is going on, but I'm like, pew, pew. Okay, it's like, it's lit. And I've been doing lots of self-reflection, and I realized that this is my path now. I've got 20 more years here, maybe more, we'll see. And then I'm going to leave. So you will see this in front of you. You will see, because what you see here, you see my progression, okay? So you see me making videos about breatharianism because I'm making my way towards that. And so as I make my way towards the astral plane now, because that's where my consciousness is also focused, the astral plane, I better know where the hell I'm going after, where exactly I'm going, and where I want to stay, and you know, it's all that stuff. In other words, I better know how to die. Okay, so you will see this in front of you. I am like pretty much now, like, one of my Bibles is the Tibetan Book of the Dead. I'm probably gonna pick it up in the next few years, read it up like 20-30 times and understand every single little bit in it, and then go into my meditation, take some mushrooms maybe, and actually go to those places. Okay, so you will see it in front of you as my preparation for that, for death, for moving on, let's say, for going and taking out this particular game, playing another game. You will see it in front of you. So I will share it with you because I know some of you guys are interested in doing the same thing, so you could learn also. Okay? What do we have here? Have you experienced ego death? Many times, again, on psychedelics primarily. How are you going to leave? There are ways, my friend. If you learn, you shall be able to do it because you know how to do it. You're a soul. I mean, you know how to do it. It's a process of remembrance. So what do we have here? How was your rediscovery of cold showers? Beautiful. I took one today and take another one after this. Okay, so I gotta keep track of the time here because I'm gonna, yeah. So we're not gonna have too much time here because I'm gonna go take a cold shower right now, go for a little walk, and it'll be time for sun gazing. So, Said, have you experienced paranoia all the time? Not anymore, but a lot in the past. A lot in the past. A lot of it actually. So that's the message I wanted to bring to you guys, and I felt it's actually quite urgent to the point where I posted a 31-minute video today, but I decided to make this live stream quickly here because I think it's, at least where I am at, I'm only delivering to you where, like, what's happening here. And so again, I really think this video ultimately will get delivered to one person, maybe three, maybe because I, like, you know what I mean, because I understand that everybody is at a perfect place in the game wherever exactly they need to be. And so I understand that this for a lot of people is not going to be relevant right now because they might want to hang out here. Your soul might be like, this is cool, I want to keep playing here, so this will not exactly resonate. But I know maybe there's one, maybe three people there. You guys are kind of feeling the same way and you're sort of thinking along the same lines, and understand that I'm on the same journey here too. Okay, I'm at the point where the Hindus call the Vairagya, the being done with worldliness. Okay, so anything else before I go? Sai, do you think depersonalization is a byproduct of high awareness? Absolutely, because you begin to disidentify with the mind-body complex, which is essential to that gives you the personality and the physical identity, the avatar. So it is 100% a byproduct of high awareness. In fact, in some traditions in yoga, they tell you to start speaking in third person all the time. You try and do that. Life will be much better. It'll be weird in the beginning, but it'll be much better. I tried to do that in the past, and it was pretty good shit. Okay, really weird in the beginning, hilarious. But after a while, you just become Atman, you become the observer. So I gotta do that again because I sort of go back into reverting into speaking into first person, which kind of in a way keeps you stuck in this programming of the mind-body complex. So what else? We got a lot here, but so what do we have here? Do you think depressed people are souls longing to leave but unaware of how? Yes. Okay, everybody, I'm gonna read this again. Do you think depressed people are souls longing to leave but unaware of how? Yes, for the most part. Not every depressed person, but for the most part. Especially if you're smart, if you're aware and depressed, then absolutely, these are souls that have been stuck here, ignorance. You don't know how to get out. You have a very you're at the stage where you're pretty sensitive, you're benevolent, you're loving. All you want to, if you find yourself like I am lately, just listening to flute, just hanging around birds, just, sitting there like an idiot, just like a moron, listening to birds and flute, for literally hours, then maybe it's time for you to go and actually go to somewhere in the astral plane where that's the reality, where you'll have other sentient beings like yourself as well that are living in that state all the time. Because there's certain parts in the astral plane where the God realms, right, where there's not even language because you don't need to speak because everything is like harmonious. Okay, and if you're feeling like you get this feeling like I'm in prison, I'm stuck, it's because probably you're stuck here. You have been stuck now for many lifetimes, as Buddha pointed out, and he said it's ignorance, not being aware of how to do it. So then it's time for us to be aware, for the souls that are understanding that, okay, I've been ignorant for largely, and it's time for you to understand your predicament here and begin to wean yourself off of your attachments. That's why I'm a very advent of breatharianism, which gives you longevity and potentially immortality, even though I'm gonna leave my body like not too long from now. But it's great because you're letting go of your attachments to this world so you could actually go and move on. If your soul wants to go move on, play other games, then it can move on peacefully, harmoniously. Okay? So yeah, of course, some people are depressed for largely stupid reasons. So that's why I emphasize that if you're smart and aware and depressed, that's probably why. You know, it's because again, because you're stuck, you don't know how. I want to experience this planet at its full potential, but that will take a long time. I want to meet people who listen to birds and do this type of thing. Well, there are other vibrations of Earth that are in their silver age right now. Look into it, okay? I'm not too familiar with it. It's in the whole ascension community. But there are other parts of Earth that you could go and sort of look into 2020 shift. Okay, if you're interested, you might be able, I don't know, I'm not too familiar with it, you might be able to go to a different part of Earth, a different vibration, okay, where it's like in the silver age and in the golden age. You might be able to. What I'm talking about here is I'm referring to the astral plane. It's leaving physicality altogether. So how did your awakening start and when? Mushrooms, straight up. No, it was mushrooms. Mushrooms. Don't you think acid's hurting your brain? If so, do you think it's worth it? Well, I'm really gonna be here another 20 years, so even if it's hurting my brain, so what? So what? I'm perfectly fine being immortal on any place except for this earth. Yes, Drake. So keep listening then. Keep listening. Do you... That's funny. Okay, so we'll end with this cosmic giggle. We'll end with this cosmic giggle. And I'll keep you guys updated, obviously. Like I said, I'm going through a phase right now where there's something in the DNA being activated and something here. It might have to do with my diet too, the fact that I'm mostly drinking juices, so a lot of the toxins are clearing up, and I feel as they clear up, something's going on here. I don't know what it is, so something's going on, pew! I don't know what it is, but I'll keep sharing with you guys. I've got nothing else to do on this plane but to just share with you guys anyway. Literally, the only thing left for me to do here is this and prepare to leave. So that's about it. And I'll see you guys again. God bless you all. Thank you for joining in. Thank you for tuning in. I'm going to do more live streams like this, just raw. So make sure you turn on the notifications. Please turn on the notifications, okay? So that, because I'm just going to like kind of shoot from the hip, okay? Just like this. Just like this. I'm going to shoot from the hip. If there's something that needs to be said, I'll go live and I'll just say it, okay? So keep the notifications on. God bless you all, guys, and I'll see you later, okay? Take care.